In the wake of the horrific serial shootings that have been making headlines all around the world, many parents may be wondering, could my kid do that?
Well, in his new book, Parenting Without Distraction, the Attuntion Approach, I said that correctly, Dr. Craig Pierce addresses real-life concerns for parents and has good advice about raising healthy and happy children in today's crazy times.
Hi, Dr. Pierce.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Pierce is also the founder and CEO of the Southwest Family Guidance Center and Institute, which is located right here in Albuquerque, and we're really happy to have you joining us to give us more details today about the book.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, first, let's talk about the attuntion. So this is your own word you've created, is attention and tuning in, kind of, and
Exactly.
there's an approach. Can you tell us more?
Well, attuntion is about paying attention and tuning in, but more importantly, tuning in to what's most important.
Okay.
I hope this becomes a word a lot of people start using. I think it's really important because in the book you make a really important connection, and that connection is between distracted parenting and the growing loss of empathy among kids these days. And so why is this so important?
The growing loss of empathy with kids today is really important because empathy is the very foundation of how children's brains develop in early development. It's the foundation of good mental health. The opposite of that, the lack of empathy, the lack of connection, is the core of what drives some of the negative behaviors we see today.
Yeah.
Everything from what we're concerned about bullying in the schools to the horrific shootings that we're seeing. Without empathy and connection, we are very capable of doing some pretty negative things.
Well, how can we make sure our kids are tuning into the right things?
Well, by their parents tuning into the right thing
Okay.
is the first thing. And
First
parents
step.
do need to stop and think about what's really important here and what's the right thing to focus on and the right time to do that and what's the right way to do that.
Yeah, and attuntion is such a perfect word because I think that with all the distractions that parents have, it's sometimes hard for them to really stop, tune in, and pay attention. And that is such an
Exactly.
essential thing, obviously, in parenting. So we're also curious what inspired you in the first place to write Parenting Without Distraction.
Well, that's exactly what it inspired me was
Really?
as a child and family therapist, I had a growing concern about all the things that were distracting parents
Right.
from paying attention to their kids, but more importantly, tuning in and tuning into what's most important for their children.
Well, we're glad you did it.
Well, the stay-at-home mom, you don't see that as much anymore. You know, two parents working, it's
So
really
true.
hard to tune in sometimes. Can you give us some advice to those parents who are running around like crazy, trying to provide for their kids? What can they do to help?
Well, I think it's about quality time for sure, but in order for it to be quality time, what I would advise parents is to really make it a practice to stop often
Okay.
and think about right now what's the most important thing, and then tune in to the right thing and the right time and the right way to really be focused on your children.
It's valuable advice. And viewers can actually meet you. That's happening at a launch party that's happening tomorrow. So can you just tell us those details real quickly?
Yeah, thank you. It's a book signing
Okay.
event, and so we'll be selling our books and I'll be signing them. We'll also be giving away some free books, food and drinks.
Nice.
And to know more about it, you can go to our website at attuntion.com.
Perfect.
And hope you can join us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks, Dr. Pierce.
Pick
Thank
up
you.
the book, maybe go visit him tomorrow. All that information on our website, casa.com.